Vivian has no regard for anybody. At this point, Vivian's guts need to be studied in university because she has got one. Who disrespects an elderly man that way? Vivian has no regard or respect for anybody. And this is someone that Mark is busy protecting. My wife, my wife. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want my wife to feel this way or that way. But Vivian has no respect for him as a husband or for his family. Well, guys, you're welcome, my besties. Today's episode is one interesting one. Wow, Vivian has actually sent the 3 million naira to Nick. And why she did that, she made calls or she was calling, Nick on phone to inform him that she has made the transfer and that Nick should stop disturbing her. While she was making the call, Ma's uncle overheard her conversation with whoever, on the phone and was asking her, who did you send 3 million naira to and all those stuff. And while they were having that discussion, Vivian started insulting Mark's uncle that he came to scatter everything that she and the husband has built for years and all those stuff. And on the process, started disrespecting the man, how to even at a point hold his clothes, remove his cap from his head, dropped it on the floor, stepped on it. Like, it was so disrespectful and unnecessary, trust me, because there was no provocation whatsoever that led to that. And even if, you're so angry with him, what happens to silence? Like, what happens to not even answering him, even if that is disrespectful? But if you get to the extent of hitting him, throwing his cap on the floor, stepping off it, like it was a lot. So why she was doing that? Nick came from nowhere and landed her a very hot slap. Like it was as if I'm the one that he hit. I felt the slap from my screen and was asking Vivian, why are you disrespecting somebody, an elderly man like this and all those stuff. And instantly it was just like a magic. Like I said, Nick is the only one that Vivian is scared of in this life, no other person. Even her parents, she's not scared of anybody. But you see, Nick has a stronghold on Vivian that she can't run away from. So Nick had to ask Vivian to get on her knees to apologize to the uncle. And, she did. Wow. That passed, and after that, how she always run away after apologizing. Like she can't imagine bringing herself to that level of kneeling down or apologizing to anybody. So immediately she knelt down and said she's sorry. She ran away, and the uncle was like, telling Nick that it's very wrong to hit a woman that way, that there are other ways to handle such issues. Well, guys, uncle is suspicious, or rather, suspecting Nick. He's not comfortable with the fact that, Vivian had to respect somebody who just came to the house. And he was like asking Nick, who are you? And Nick said that, he's Ben's friend and all that. And uncle was like, it's the wrong way to approach such things. Wow. After that part, Vivian had to go and confront Nick again in the kitchen, asking him what is he doing there. At the point, I was like, Nick, what are you even doing here? She has sent you the money. Why did you come over to the house and all that? That is why I said Nick is out to ruin everything that has to do with Vivian, and he has no pity at all for Vivian. Does Vivian even does Vivian even deserve pity? Of course, you and I know that Vivian doesn't deserve pity. So went to the kitchen and they were discussing, and Vivian walked away after Mark tried to. I'm going to leave the picture of that. You see what Mark tried to do, strangle her or something, and she ran away from that place. And guys, while she was running out of the kitchen, the uncle was coming up from, the up floor and met Vivian. And he noticed that Vivian was so scared. And he's somebody that knows that Vivian has no fear for anybody. So seeing Vivian in that state got him worried. And then Nick came out of the kitchen and the uncle was like, there is more to this and all that. He's suspicious of, Vivian's and Nick's movements and all the stuff. Do you think that uncle will stay in that house for long to uncover what is happening between Nick and Vivian? Do you think that Nick at this point is trying to put himself in trouble drop your opinion. I feel at this point that Nick needs to be very careful, because if he gets people to start suspecting him that much, he might not be able to achieve whatever he's looking for. And then I'm very sure that Uncle is not going to sweep whatever that Vivian did to him under the carpet like he has said. But then he will not just stop there. I feel like he will also investigate more to find out the relationship that, Vivian and Nick has. And that is not very good for Vivian. Now, guys, what are the life lessons to be learned from this? See, it is very, very, a very common thing in Africa that women believe that their in-laws are their enemies. This is not to rule out the fact that there are no bad in-laws out there. They are. But then when you come into a family where no one is showing you disrespect, all people are doing is showing you love, don't use another person's experience to start building your own home. Don't use the experience of your mother or your sister or someone you know that the in-laws maltreated to start living in your own home. Some in-laws are actually amazing. Like, they are amazing. And if you have an amazing in-law out there, you know that there are those that can stand by you, protect you at all costs. So guys, ladies out there, be very kind and nice to your in-laws, especially when they have not provoked you. And remember, do not start what you cannot finish. That is what I always advise people. Because the truth is that, yes, if Vivian knew that she was not going to, stay in your home where there are extended family members, then this is something she would have sorted out earlier. And it wouldn't have gone to this level where she will be having issues with the in-law here and there. So make sure you don't start what you cannot finish. It's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong in living in the same house with your in-laws. As far as everybody respects and knows their boundary, it's okay. But then if you know you can't even stand it at all, make sure that is discussed before the marriage. Don't pretend to love them, and then when you're into the marriage, you want to show yourself, because to you, you are officially a wife and there is nothing they can do about it at that point. So guys, what do you have to say about this? Will Uncle investigate more on this? Do you think that Nick is trying to implicate himself? What do you think Vivian would do? Is she going to send the 2 million naira? Because it's just so fast. Is she going to send the 2 million naira again? We Uncle monitor, Mark's account. There are a lot of unanswered questions. Please drop your opinion and what you feel in the comment section. As always, I will see you all in the next video. But before then, guys, if you're seeing this channel for the first time, please do subscribe. And if you're watching from my Facebook page, please do follow this page. All this encourage me to put out more video. Until then, guys, share this video, like and comment. Bye-bye, guys.